Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a reading today. And this one is called Their Late Night Thoughts and Fantasies About You. So this is maybe somebody that you're not sure how they feel about you. Maybe you are in a separation with this person and you just want to know what their fantasies look like, what the thoughts they're having about you, etc. So obviously just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. We're going to do some of this reading here on this channel, and then we're going to go on into the extended version. I'll put that link down below because we're going to be able to go a lot deeper and steamier over there, if you know what I mean. So anyways, you guys, all the decks I'm going to be using here today, I'll list them down below. And the Orgonites here today are created by Michele from Wing and Bell. This is called the Divine Lovers here. And then we have the Fire Element Nude, Masculine Nude, and the Fire Element Pyramid here. So anyways, you guys, everything will be listed down below. Let's get started. So the very first thing that we're going to focus on here is the energy of where is your person's current stance when it comes to you in this connection, okay? So where are they currently at when it comes to you in the connection? Let's go into my Diviner's Oracle deck. This is one of my newer decks, just in case you guys don't know. All right, let's see. Where is your person currently at? What's their current stance when it comes to you in this connection? Ooh, okay. I feel like they are trying to maybe gather up some sort of courage to face you. You know, that person kind of looks like they have this fake grin on their face. And I just feel like this individual wants you to kind of believe that they're either doing okay without you, or they're just fine, or maybe you didn't hurt them, or they're unbothered for some sort of reason. But I do feel like they know that it's going to have to take some sort of guts and courage on their part to come towards you and to be fearless. So they might be a little intimidated by you. So I don't know what went on or what happened, but it seems like this is your person's current stance at this particular time. Let's get some more energy. Oh, interesting. It could be that you and this person have not spoken for a while or have been in some sort of separation. It could even be a little bit of a standoff, kind of like, well, I'm not going to make contact, or, you know, I'm just going to kind of wait to see what you do next. Again, I kind of get this feeling here that someone's pretending to be better off or okay when they're really not, actually, okay? Because it does say there's some sort of a time frame here. This person might also have been kind of waiting for a while to conjure up the strength and the courage to face you. So something could have gone down with this individual. Oh, and we have the Moon. Look at this, you guys. Intuition, emotion, and fantasy. This just confirms that while you and them have been in either a separation, a standoff, or just no contact, this person has, of course, been fantasizing about you. So it couldn't have come out more perfectly to start off this reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some details on this energy. Let's take a look at this teeth. Gutsy, fearless, determined energy. What is that about? All right, this is my Connections of the Modern World Tarot. So I'm going to put these to the side here, and we'll clarify them in a minute. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we do have the Three of Cups energy. What I'm receiving here is that this individual is not really able to connect with someone like you. They may have just felt something very significant. There was something very special about you, your connection. You're very unique, but this person just kind of pretends like they're okay, but they're not. So that might be why they are taken to fantasizing about you, right? It's kind of like they're not going to let you know. They're going to pretend that they're okay, but they are in fact fantasizing about you, okay? So the Three of Cups energy is very casual energy, and it just means that you're not really deeply connecting with anyone. And I just feel like as your person is with other people, I'm just going to tell you, they are fantasizing about you. You know, some of you may not be comfortable with that, but if they are with another person right now that you know of, or maybe this person is just dating, they are in fact fantasizing and thinking about you when they're doing it, kind of putting on a fake face for the person that they're with, but behind those closed eyes, they're envisioning you. Wow. Okay, so that's their current stance. I'm also getting their current stance is that they do want to reconcile with you. They do want to have a reunion with you. They do want to have a good time with you again. And I don't know what happened here, but maybe, a good time was ruined for whatever reason. And they do want to at least come together and have a good time with you again. So, but we do have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card means that someone made some decisions that created a problem or turmoil in this connection. So I kind of feel with the Judgment card related to the planet Pluto, Pluto is about death and transformation. You may have had an ending with this person, and because of that ending, it's kind of like they wish that they could go back to a happier time with you. So they're kind of melancholy or reminiscing of a better time. Again, putting on that brave face that they're okay, but I'm getting here deep down inside they're not okay. Even if they're with someone else or they moved on with somebody else, they do regret some sort of a judgment call that they made or some past actions on their part. So the current stance with you is that I feel like they are in a bit of feeling badly about something and maybe wanting to come back and have a reunion with you and apologize for past mistakes. But like I said, it's going to take a lot of guts on their part in order to do that. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, kind of showy, okay? This is Taurus energy. Taurus is all about our status. It's all, it's ruled by Venus. And so Venus is like our personal taste, how we look on the outside, our style, how we're presenting ourselves to the world, etc. So I just feel like with this particular card, your person may not feel as good as they're kind of letting other people know, or what they're showing on social media, such as a social media status. Like, despite their status on social media, despite what they might be posting on social media, that's of course, if they do have a social media, I feel like it's a little bit of a front. It's not all that they're cracking their life up to be. They do kind of feel like they screwed up with you, and I do feel like now they're trying to kind of conjure up that like kind of King of Pentacles courage to just basically face you and handle the situation. So, the current stance is that I feel like they would like to change the circumstances between the two of you, but they don't quite feel maybe that they can handle it at this point. It may be that they're trying to figure out how they're going to maybe build themselves up or look good enough to face you. Maybe this person doesn't feel good enough right now, actually. I just got that. Maybe they have let themselves go. Maybe they have gotten in some sort of a financial crisis. Maybe they, put on some extra weight, or their health isn't the greatest, or, they've just experienced some sort of a job loss or something like that. And so it could be this is one of the reasons why your person doesn't have the courage to face you, even though they want to, because they don't feel good at this point. So that might be why they are reverting to fantasizing about you rather than making this a reality. Okay, so there might be a good reason behind this. So let's go ahead and get the hourglass and confirm and clarify some of these messages around the timing. Okay, we do have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is Pisces energy. Now, the Page of Cups can be an apology, a message, a heartfelt message. It's small, but it's a start. And I just feel like this person either knows that maybe they should have come back by now. Maybe how to start the conversation with you, kind of like an icebreaker, saying something really flirty and saying something very romantic to you could get the conversation started. So it could be that in time this person plans on messaging you, but it could also be that this has just been on their mind, and like a child, as the page can sometimes be, they're just afraid to face you, okay? It's like they're letting the intimidation factor overrule them. Now we have the Four of Pentacles. This person definitely has not let you go. The Four of Pentacles indicates that someone is definitely still holding on to something here. So we can see this person has closed their eyes and they're still holding you in their memory and in their thoughts. So even though time has passed between the two of you, when they do close their eyes, or just when they're fantasizing or envisioning something, it does include you. So I feel like that's a confirmation. We have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is somebody who is trying to, kind of push through and persevere. So to me, this is telling me that your person is probably struggling right now with their personal life or just some personal matters. And until they're able to clear that up, they might not feel good enough to, kind of push through and give you this particular message. So that could be what's going on. So it's kind of like in the meantime, they're just going to fantasize about you, is what I'm seeing with this. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is Gemini's energy, and Gemini is all about making choices, but it's ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is all about our intellect, using our rational thinking, also communication. I feel like your person actually is communicating to you in a telepathic way right now. So they're kind of okay with the current circumstances, that you guys aren't actually facing each other, that you guys aren't actually speaking at this point, because I feel like something is going on with them and they don't feel good about it. So that's why this fantasy world is a little bit better and easier for them to deal with, right? And they may be the kind of person where they do have issues with expressing their emotions. And so they're kind of instead having some sort of a silent conversation with you in their mind, telling you how they feel in the meantime. And intuitively, especially if you're a very sensitive, empathic person, or you feel very connected to this person, you could actually be picking up on these things that they're communicating to you, you guys, picking up on their emotions and how they might feel. So that could be currently taking place. Let's see what else. Ooh, yeah, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, again, is an offer here. It's an emotional offer. So I feel like the page is the message and the cup is the actual emotion message that they do want to bring to you. So I feel like they're kind of leaning more using their head. So they're making like a head over heart decision right now. But their heart does seem to really be trying to push them to be authentic and not be afraid and to just express to you how they're feeling. But I feel like right now it's a little bit of a battle. Okay. And the ego seems to be winning. Yeah, the King of Swords. So we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, not the most emotional, people that just go off of a feeling. The King of Wands and the King of Cups might do that, but the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, playing it more safe, being a little bit more rational and withdrawn, not wearing their heart on their sleeves. So that seems to be where your person is at currently. This is Aquarius energy, by the way. So this is someone who's kind of a little aloof. The Aquarians can be sometimes, it doesn't mean they are, but they can come across as aloof. And I feel like that's maybe how you see this person, as somewhat aloof. But I do feel like there's more going on than is meeting the eye. I feel like they are either suppressing their emotions or they're just not comfortable at this time coming through and letting you know how they're feeling or what they would like to happen between the two of you. So that's your person's current stance right now. So now we're going to go into the energy here of what thoughts about you are racing through this person's mind. So we're going to go into this deck right here, which is Fire Witch Tarot's Within My Head. So it's perfect deck to go into what is your person's current mental space, what's racing through their mind about you in this connection right now. What are they thinking? What's popping off in their head? What is popping off in your person's head right now? Ooh, look at this, you guys. Do I still have time to make things right? This does make sense to me because we did get the hourglass. And it's almost like time is a ticking. This has been a little bit of a standoff for quite some time. So do I still have time to make things right? Or is it going to be too late by the time I conjure up that strength and courage to face you? So right now your person is really heavily in their head about that. Ooh, interesting. I'm trying to fight you off. So this is actually somebody, like I said, they're in a little bit of a battle. It's like they do want to make wrongs right. They do want to communicate to you, but they're also fighting against it at the same time. They're trying to fight this energy off. I feel like your person does not want to feel vulnerable. They do not want to feel that's just it, vulnerable. And they do feel vulnerable with you in this situation because right now they may not know how you feel. They're not sure how it's going to go if they do decide to face you. And they're not used to feeling out of control. Maybe they're really used to feeling in control or just know what's going on. So I feel like this is a little bit of a thorn in their side. It makes them feel unsettled. It makes them feel restless. It makes them feel some sort of anxiety right now. I just needed to escape everything and everyone. Okay. So this right here is a person who probably is more of like an avoidant, runs away from conflict type of person. Okay. Kind of like, I just need some space. I need to get away. I need to travel. So this individual could have actually moved away from you. They could have just upped and left. They could have just, went traveling for a while. They're the kind of like a vagabond type of a person where they just need to be on the road or they just need to constantly be on the move. They don't want to be tied down, etc. So these are the thoughts that are currently racing in this person's mind. Kind of like, I know that I do need to make these wrongs right, but do I still have time to basically continue to be in the state of, isolation, maybe, a little bit of an ego trip, feeling sorry for themselves or not wanting to do the work, not wanting to come back with their tail between their legs, not wanting to eat shit, if you know what I mean. So sometimes people aren't excited to do that. And it might be that this person has a pretty big ego and they're not used to having to eat shit. And I feel like they're going to have to in this situation with you because maybe something happened here and they do need to make an apology to you. So let's see. Okay, so we do have sending you loving energies. So this person actually is sending you loving energy. That's why we had that intuition and emotion coming through. So if you guys are picking this up, that is because this person is sending you some sort of thoughts, okay? Of course, this is the ego. This is the head saying, I don't want this. I just need to check out. I don't want to deal with this right now. But then in your person's heart space, they are feeling love. They are feeling badly about something. And they do want to do the right thing, but their head and their ego is basically stopping them from doing that at this present time, staying in a state of fear, making excuses, etc. So there's a little bit of that battle going on. I got to stay high to get you off my mind. That's interesting. It's like a song, and I can't remember who sings it. High all the time to get you off my mind. I can't remember who sings it, but I love that song. It's really catchy. But this person could be using things. It doesn't have to be substances, but it could just be things in order to get you off their mind. Because we can see here, they are trying to fight this energy off. They don't want to necessarily feel this. But the heart feels the way that it feels. You can't really control your emotions, but you can tell yourself things to kind of talk yourself out of doing something, such as calling someone up, apologizing, doing the right thing. And I feel like that's what's going on in this person's mind. They're battling between, doing something about this, reaching out to you, or just continuously making excuses, numbing this out, and not dealing with this situation. Oh, are you doing spell work on me? Very interesting. They're kind of at a point where they don't like how much they're thinking about you. They don't like how much, even if they're like trying to move on with other people, that they're not actually able to connect with those people like they connected with you. So it's almost like they're thinking to themselves, I feel cursed. I feel like I'm under a spell. What did you do to me? Kind of thing. That's the ego lashing out. What did you do to me? You must have done something to me because I don't get hung up on people. I'm able to just do things and then move on with my life, leave people behind, but I'm not able to do that with you. And that just really pisses me off. So that's what's racing through your person's mind right now. I feel so comfortable with you. It feels so right. Yes, when your person is with you, it does feel very comfortable for them. Things do feel so right. Well, then, why did they screw it up if that's the case? I just feel that, people do things sometimes and they don't know why they do them, but they end up screwing things up and it's disastrous. My love will hurt you like a motherfucker. And that's the thing there. It did. I do feel like this person definitely hurt you. Okay. And the fact that we have that, object there, it looks to me like that's like a defense tactic, a defense mechanism, something that basically they may have ended things with you before you could end things with them, or sabotaged it before you could really see the real them. Maybe they're not comfortable with you knowing certain things about them, etc. There could have been many reasons why your person did what they did. I do feel like what's going on in their head right now is they're thinking, I'm so broken, I'll never make anyone happy. Almost feeling like they're cursed. You make me want to take a leap and jump. Yes, so we do know that your person is thinking about, do I still have time to make things right? It would really require for me to take a leap of faith at this point and just jump. You do make me want to. It's you are worth the leap. You are worth the jump. But at the same time, I'm scared as hell. I'm scared as hell. That's what I just really have gotten throughout this entire reading. I'm still acting from my ego. So the ego seems to be winning right now. Okay. You are in your person's heart, but the ego does seem to be winning at this point. It seems to be overriding everything, and it doesn't mean it will always win. It just seems to be winning at the moment. So that's kind of what's racing through your person's mind. A bunch of ego thoughts full of fear, excuses, anger, fighting it, etc. Okay. But at the same time, as much as their ego is in the way, I do feel like their heart is still feeling something and they can't really control that. So, all right, now we're going to take a look at what steamy feelings are starting to bubble to the surface for them right now when it comes to you in this connection. Let's look at that. So this is going to just be a little tidbit of the steamy energies, and then we'll have to take it into the extended. Okay. All right, this is my erotic activations oracle. Oh, wow. So when it comes to the steamy feelings that are starting to bubble to the surface, I feel like the guard that they have right now, which is their ego, it is starting to break down. A lot of the passion that they feel towards you is kind of starting to dissolve this wall, okay? This guard, you can see this person, they are starting to, kind of disrobe. So to me, it's like your person is letting their guard down here. I want to move your heart once again, romance. So it's not just about like a physical energy. They would want to experience some sort of a romantic period with you again. They want to move your heart once again, meaning they want to remind you of maybe why you fell in love with them at one point, what you really liked about them, how you cared about them at one point in time. It's like they want to move you and move your heart to that space once again. It might even be too that the steamy feelings that they're starting to have and that's bubbling to the surface, that they want you to let your guard down towards them so that way they can re-enter into your life and move your heart once again. So it's not just about, making moves towards you, physically, just getting down and dirty. I feel like this is definitely more of like a loving vibe here. And the Page of Cups came through with the Ace of Cups. And I feel like that cup, it's like we can see the feminine in this situation is actually holding that cup. So I feel like the page came in, and in their mind, they're handing you that cup and you're letting your guard down and you're letting them move your heart once again. So that's very interesting. You brought me back to life. Breathe. So I feel like this is something where your person is thinking that it's going to bring something back for them. This could be like a past love situation. This could be like the one that got away. This could be, as in you're that person to them. You're that person that they really have a lot of regrets with. And so they would like to just kind of go back and do things differently. And, you know, you brought me back to life. It's like they want to bring this connection back to life. So these are all the things that are bubbling to the surface right now. And we have no one else will do. And that does make sense to me, because with the 3 of Cups card that we got earlier, you guys, I just feel like no matter who this person spends time with, they're not like you. They're not able to duplicate what the 2 of you had with another person. And even when they're with other people, it's kind of like it's not as good as you, or they're comparing that person that they're with to you. So this whole no one else will do thing, it's like, you know, again, if you feel cursed and you feel like you're not able to let someone go, and that you're not really going to be able to, you know, be satisfied without them and no one else will do, it might be time to do something about that. It might be time to figure out what the heck that is. So this is my Divine Masculine tarot here. Okay. So the King of Swords, let's set the record straight. So the things that are bubbling up for your person is that they do want to have a conversation. They want to set the record straight with you. They do want to act from a space of being logical and trying not to get emotional about the situation. And sometimes when we feel emotional, we can feel a lot of fear can creep up. Same thing with the ego. But I feel like this person really just wants to just set the record straight, shoot it to you straight, and just basically matter-of-factly kind of have this conversation with you to say, look, I screwed up. Look, you know I effed up. I'm wrong, kind of thing. So that's what they want to do here. And now we have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups comes through. So it's this conversation, but there is some sort of a romantic, emotional vibe connected to it. So it says, let's live in the moment. So it's kind of like, it doesn't mean let's let bygones be bygones, but I almost feel like that could be your person's approach, which is, you know, we don't have to let the past define us. We don't have to constantly relive that story. Let's try to get to know one another all over again. Let's, you know, just re-romance and just redo a lot of the things and a lot of the aspects that maybe got screwed up along the way. Let's live more in the moment. Let's talk about who we are today instead of who we were, you know, years ago, or whatever time frame we're talking about here. So I do feel like they want to come forward and definitely give you a heartfelt message. Okay. They also want you to know this is Pisces energy, just so you know here. The Moon and the Knight of Cups is Pisces. This is, again, Aquarius energy. So Aquarius and Pisces, that's January, February. There could be a little bit of a time frame as that's when this will start to get so intense for them that they could reach out to you to set the record straight on that during that period of time, okay? But they are currently facing a lot of fears in their darkness, but they've done some shadow work is what I'm seeing here. And because of that shadow work, it might be one of the reasons that they feel like maybe it's a good time to come forward. So even though the ego seems to be outshining the heart space right now, I don't feel like this will always be the case. I feel like with time, especially these next few months, this energy will just continue to get more intense, and it will really push them to want to contact you and to set the record straight with you. Let's get one last card. Yep. Damn, here it is. Judgment. That actually already came up. So it's like taking responsibility for my past actions. They do want to take responsibility. They just don't want to dwell on it. They want to apologize for it. They want to tell you that they've changed, but then they want to prove to you through their actions that they've changed. This is definitely somebody that wants to make wrongs right. They want to come back. They want to resurrect this connection, a blast from the past, somebody coming back from the dead. So a situation that maybe has been over for quite some time. And this is why your person's fantasizing about you, because that's all they have at this point is just the fantasy of you, not the actual person reality of you. So what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to shift on into some deeper messages. We're going to go into what is this person hungering and thirsting for the most when it comes to you. Also, what fantasy about you and them gets them really hot right now. Also, late at night when they're all alone, do they miss you or have regrets about anything? And what does that look like? And then we're going to go into, will this person reappear into your life in order to make these fantasies come true anytime soon? Ooh. So if you guys are interested in those extra messages, please join me in the extended. I will put that link down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.